Hi, it's Dr. Kimberly here. Thanks for joining me today. This weekend, I decided to place my journals and notebooks into an Etsy store, which is a first for me. And I thought it would be helpful if I shared a little bit about how I use journals and notebooks on a regular basis and how I've used them throughout my career. And essentially, I've worked with two different types of journals, blank ones and ones that provide prompts that can serve as a little bit of a guidepost for the focus and intention that you have for a specific area of your life. So just to get us started, this is an example of a blank journal. It's one that I've created. It's available on Amazon and on my store, Books and Journals by Dr. Kimberly on Etsy. And you can see it's just a pretty simple, very pretty journal. And it's filled with nothing but 100 wide ruled blank pages. And I just love to have these by my bed. If I wake up at night with an idea, I come out of the shower, I often have an idea for something I want to write or work on. I just find it easy to grab something that's sitting close by on a bedside table or on my desk. And I know that there's so many apps now for taking notes. And I've used those too. I've used Notability, I've used the Notes app on my phone, but still there's something that's just pleasurable about writing things down and being able to revisit what you've written there. And a lot of people just like to doodle on blank notebooks, make lists, again, capture ideas and plans. And a lot of times when I'm in meetings, when I'm in my virtual Zoom meetings, I just find it's easier to write notes, handwritten, rather than type into an application like Notability, because I don't want to mute my phone all the time, my speaker, while I'm on a Zoom call. And so if I'm writing by hand, it's very quiet and it's discreet. And I found in the past, prior to COVID, in my face-to-face business meetings, I always preferred coming in with a hard notebook and writing by hand, because I just felt that it was easier to keep that face-to-face, eye-to-eye contact with others using a physical journal than, again, looking down into a laptop and typing away the notes. So I think that there's many practical uses for continuing to have really nice journals on hand. And, in the past, I always purchased kind of moleskin notebooks. They were very plain, single color. And for some reason, I thought as a businesswoman, well, gosh, that's what I should have, just this very almost masculine kind of notebook. And I am so past that now. And I hope you are too. I think that we should have journals that delight us, that we feel good about every time we open them up, that it just creates a more pleasurable experience. So that's what I'm about. And if you're about that too, I've got like 5 different styles of these types of 7 by 10, 100-page notebooks that I've put on Amazon, as well as my Etsy store. Now, let's talk about the other kind of journal, and that's a prompted journal. Now, this one's called Happiness Starts Here, and it actually has prompts for starting 10 different types of activities. This was really geared towards somebody who's maybe been depressed for a while, kind of has that dark cloud over them, is perhaps lonely, particularly after COVID being pretty much shut in for a year and not having as much, physical FaceTime and socialization. And so this was about journaling and kind of getting back to basics and prompting that spirit to get active again. So as an example here in this book, which is also a 7 by 10 size, and I'll just go about halfway in, you can see that there's a prompted activity. And then following that, there are multiple blank pages. So the idea is that you have a prompt here that suggests a specific activity. Maybe your first thing is to react to that. You could write, down that you think it's a terrible idea and you could do something better with your time. Or you say, maybe I'll give that a shot. And you start to try it. And now you've got some space to journal that experience that you've just had. So just by the way, this one is number 6. I like this one. It says, watch a comedy show, one that makes you laugh out loud. Have a list of your favorite comedy shows and acts downloaded or accessible so that you can quickly get access to them, and stop watching the news. My goodness, stop reading the news, engaging with negative personalities. Think of your mind as an expensive art gallery where you pick and choose which precious works of art will be displayed. Remember, you're going to display things on the walls of your mind. So what do you want to see on those walls? Fill your mind with beautiful images, with soothing sounds and happy memories and rich, riotous laughter. So it's a pretty simple concept, pretty simple activity, and a lot of room here to experiment and capture your own experiences as you work through those. So 10 really easy ideas to implement to experience more happiness and joy every day. And again, this is available on my Etsy store, Journals and Books by Dr. Kimberly, and on my Amazon store as well. So just a couple of quick ideas there of using blank journals and using prompted journals. And I hope that you can put these to work in your life as well. Thanks.